Well, greetings, vinyl community. I have just one record to show this week, but we'll do a bit of a deep dive into it. I didn't do the Black Friday thing, but this record is the sort of thing you might have expected to come out on Record Store Day. But it wasn't a Record Store Day release. It's the sequel to Jethro Tull's 1974 album Warchild. This is Warchild 2, an album that was originally slated to come out earlier this year and seemed to get canceled, and now it exists. And this is the version on blue vinyl from Burning Shed. There's the inner sleeve with good old Ian Anderson in his fancy coat. Here he is on the front cover with a different fancy coat. Lyrics on the back of the sleeve. And the full band on the reverse, this time with Ian in leathers. So the background on this is that Warchild was the album Jethro Tull released in 1974. It was the follow-up to their controversial album A Passion Play. And it was originally conceived as the music for a film project that would have involved some of the same sort of philosophical ideas as the Passion Play album. It was going to be a film about the afterlife and God and the devil doing negotiations for souls, that you aren't automatically shunted to heaven and hell, that there's still choices to be made and negotiations to be undertaken. So that never panned out, and the album, which was originally planned to be a double LP of music involved with the film, was shaved down to the 10-track single LP, Warchild. And here on the back sleeve we see the various band members with various girlfriends and wives and business associates symbolizing each of the songs on the album. So there were a lot of outtakes from this album left over. And the first we got to hear of that was in 1976, when the album M.U., The Best of Jethro Tull, came out. And this contained a song called Rainbow Blues, which was very much in the same sound world as Warchild. It was very clearly a leftover from Warchild. Then in 1977, there was a sequel to that album, Repeat, The Best of Jethro Tull Volume 2, and like M.U., it had a fancy embossed cover, not quite as elegant, and this one included a song called Glory Row that was even more obviously a song from the Warchild sessions. So we had those fairly early on. Flash forward to 2014, and this box set came out of CDs and DVDs, copyrighted 2104, so that's good for pretty far into the future. I think they ought to proofread that. You might look up sometime the legal trouble that since it's Christmas season, look up the legal trouble that the TV special of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had over the fact that they put the wrong copyright date since somebody misinterpreted the Roman numerals. Anyway, this included all those songs that were left over from the album, along with many other sort of outtakes and session goodies. And, the album itself. This is a full album of just those songs. It kicks off with Paradise Steakhouse. Most of these have previously been released, besides those on the besides that box set on the Nightcap compilation album of unreleased material. So that's where Paradise Steakhouse has appeared before. Also, Saturation is one that we know from the box set that came out in 1988. the 20 years of Jethro Tull. So these have been spread over Tull's history, and now they're collected in one place. There was also, I'm thinking of it as I see it, a couple of tracks, March the Mad Scientist and Pan Dance, came out on an EP for Christmas in 1976, I think. Tomorrow Was Today is a song that never appeared until that box set in 2014, but it was performed live a handful of times. So fans were aware of it, but it sort of escaped an official release until this box set that came out 9 years ago. Good Godmother is another song. That's one that nobody had ever heard of until the box set. So a lot of these Tull box sets, they show that Ian Anderson has been keeping things up his sleeve. Now, Warchild was famous for giving Jethro Tull a big radio hit in Bungle in the Jungle. So that got a lot of promotion. That came out on singles in a lot of different countries. And I can show you the German single. And with the exact same sleeve, the Portuguese single. Single from the Netherlands, the Dutch single. This is the Italian single showing Ian playing his much loathed soprano saxophone. After playing this on Passion Play and Warchild, I think he burned it. He at least swore never to let the saxophone touch his lips again. This one is the Spanish single. This one is the Swedish single. These are all Bungle in the Jungle with Backdoor Angels as the flip side. Great photo on that one. I love that pose. Here we get to see the French single with the cover of the original Warchild album, as it would be if it didn't have that negative photographic effect. And this is the Yugoslavian single. This is a single from a country that doesn't even exist anymore. And this is an EP from Thailand. I don't think they do any licensing. They just bung them out without any consideration for copyright. So this contains only the one Jethro Tull song, Bungle in the Jungle. The other songs being by Cat Stevens, Matt Davis, and Billy Joel. And here's a completely different EP, also from Thailand. It's got the same typeface on the back. So it seems to be from the same people, even though it's on a different label. This one is on the Royal Sound label. And this one is on the equally bogus Cashbox label. This one has Jethro Tull. It's Bungle in the Jungle with Grand Funk, Some Kind of Wonderful, Elton John, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and the Raspberries, Party's Over. And here in America, we also got it as a single with lyrics on the back. This is the same. This is just a promo version. It's the same except that it says promotion not for sale on the label. Here's the British edition, an Australian edition, a Canadian edition, and a New Zealand edition. Here's a reissue with, instead of Backdoor Angels, Minstrel in the Gallery on the flip side. And here's a Canadian edition of the same thing. The second single from the album was not released in all those countries, but I do have a German edition of Skating Away on the Thin Ice of the New Day with Sea Lion on the flip. And there's the US edition. And here's a US promo copy with a strange small hole only. I don't know if that's for jukeboxes or just what. And this does not have the flip. This is a mono stereo of the A side. And this is the same mono stereo promo copy, but with a large hole. It's the little one with the big hole. So that's it. Thanks very much. It is Bandcamp Friday tomorrow as I record this. Since it's getting late in the day, you'll probably see it on December 1st, Bandcamp Friday. I do invite you to visit my Bandcamp site, which is linked below, and have a listen. Please purchase some vinyl, purchase some CDs, purchase a download, or just listen. But please do visit. Thanks very much for watching. Be well. Talk with you again soon. Bye-bye for now.